Hey YouTube, what's up? Scarecrow here. I'm here today to do my deck profile on my new Overlord deck after Sat 13. Those of you who've known me for a while know that Overlord is my favorite deck, so pretty excited about this. Yeah, so I'm gonna get started. Getting started with my starter. I'm running Conroe. I'm pretty sure most people would agree. Best starter in the clan. When your starter equals any grade 1 you want, that's pretty darn good. So, and he makes the deck more consistent. For my triggers, I'm doing 4 Fire Chase Dragons. Not a super helpful effect, but it's still better than having no skill at all, so I'm also playing 3 more crits for a total of 7. Now, you probably shouldn't in this build actually run Goku here. You should probably run a Flame Dragon. I just love how cool this card is. Like, it looks so cool to me that I don't care. I'm just playing it anyway, but I should probably play a Flame Dragon. I just think Goku looks too cool. Then I'm playing 1 Seal Dragon draw and 4 Gatlings for 5 draws. I don't know what it is, but 7 crit 5 draw has always been like my favorite lineup for Cargo decks. So, and then I'm playing 4 Tara, the new heal trigger, who can get you a counter charge, which is very helpful. This deck counter blasts a lot. Some people who I would probably say it's ignorant to say it. They think that the deck has enough counter charge options. I'm not saying people would argue playing her, but say the deck has plenty of unflip options. I mean, there are a lot, but you still burden through them all. So yeah, really good to see this card. Even its skill to put a card in soul. Sometimes you actually opt for that because it's helpful too. This deck soul blasts a lot. For our grade 1s, we got our 4 Protect Orb Dragons. Yeah, as I just said, you counter blast a lot in this deck, so unflipping damage is very helpful. He's a Flame Dragon. You could run Dumjeed if you don't have this card because it's too expensive for you. It's the next best option, but preferably I would run Protect Orb. You counter blast a lot, even with all the other unflips. You need all of them. Then we got 3 Conroe. He's great. You can search him off with the starter. You can save him for your turns where you're going into a restanding Vanguard. Get your counter charge 4 off. Use him to search out the Overlord you want. Dump Overlords in the drop zone. It's a good card. Then I'm playing 4 High Flame. This card is sweet. You basically just call it, put 2 Overlords back, which is a good thing in this deck, and get a +1 off it. And then later on, you could retire it off the field to stride an Overlord. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I have 0 complaints about this card. It's very good. And then my last grade 1, I'm playing 2 Lava Flows for stride fodder. I don't think I really need to explain that. It's pretty obvious. I'm only playing 2 though, because this deck searches out its grade 3 so easily that I don't think you need 4 stride fodder grade 1s. So for the grade 2s, I got 4 Glow Heater Dragon. This card is so cool. It's a 10k to ride on turn 2. And then late game, powers up for every card in your opponent's damage zone. So if they're at 5, this thing's like a 20. So big numbers are good, I heard. Then I'm playing 4 Nahalem, because he's still a tank. He's an 11. Is at least going to be a 16. Usually on turns where you're restanding, he's going to be a 21. He has no cost. He's An amazing card. And then our last grade 2, we're playing 3 Burning Horn. Excellent card. He's a Soul Blast, which this deck Soul Blasts a lot, but you can afford it. You can pop something, and then he also, just like the other one, powers up for every card in the opponent's damage zone. So all the grade 2s, all the beat sticks. For the grade 3 lineup, playing for Destiny. I like this card. I like it a lot. Can kill things very consistently. The on-stride skill, kill something and look for an Overlord. That effect is really great. Really great. Like that effect a lot. I'm also playing for the Legend. I don't really want to ride the Legend. I'd rather ride the Destiny, and you can almost always ride the Destiny because you can just get any grade 3, use Conroe, change it into Destiny. But in some situations, if I wasn't going to ride him, I'd probably rather ride the Legend, so I can get a plus off of the ride effect, and probably use a skill, maybe help me find the Destiny, then re-ride. Yeah. Some people play the Legion. I would like to, but it doesn't make sense to me to play it. For the most part, this deck searches at its grade 3 so easily. I don't think you're ever going to be in a situation where you're not going to be able to stride. So then and I'd almost always rather stride than Legion, so it doesn't really appeal to me. And then I'm playing one more grade 3. I'm playing one Break Ride. The Break Ride, it's not great. You're not really going to use this. But the reason it's here is it's an Overlord to search out. I wanted to have an extra grade 3 search target because this deck searches for them so much. And amongst the options, the others being like Legions, and I can't fit their mate and stuff, so I guess it was this one. Yeah, maybe in some rare case, like 1 out of 100 games, I'll ride this card, then Break Ride the Legend, and get to attack their rear guard, discard 1 after doing a triple drive, then restand, swing, triple drive again, so get 5 pluses off the drive checks that turn. Next, for the G-Zone, running 1 Ascent Grave. He's typically our first stride in this deck. He's just a easy way to get to GB2 on your first stride. Plus, he kills something and draws a card, so pretty good. Moving on from him, we've got to the Ace. I'm not playing a third because I think like once, maybe twice ever in my history of playing the game have I ever actually gone first stride, do the restand with the Ace. I don't want to take up the G-Zone space for it, so I'm just playing 2 of it, and I almost never use this card anyways, but I can see the situation where I have the Griffin on the rear guard. It's my only option for a stride, so I'll have to go into an Overlord, and it might be I need a restander, so I almost never use this thing. But then we have To the Purge. You don't need 3. You could play 3. I've never wanted to go into it a third time. Usually I stride him twice a game. He's great. Push your opponent's damage in. Drive check 5 times. Create soul at the same time. I like the card. It's really good. Then I'm playing for Ziegenberg. I think at this point we understand how good Ziegenberg is for Kagero. One of the best restanding grade 4s. Really good card. Then I'm playing one of the GB8. You don't get to GB8 a lot, but this card is actually really strong if your opponent has like at least 3 cards out. This card is a very strong card. Board wipe, make your field huge, swing at the crit. It's a good card. Then I'm playing 1 Drachma. I actually use this card not a lot. I don't use it like every time, but I have used it here and there sometimes. It'll be a late game. I'll see that my opponent's gone through like almost all their grade 3s or all of them, and I'm like, well, I'll probably win the game this turn if I drop this, so I go for it. And I've never actually not won when I've dropped him. If you use him properly, you should win, but I don't use him a ton either, so usually if I can finish them off with a more safe route, I'll go the more safe route. Then for the G guards, one Absalom, or what am I saying? 2 Absalom. This thing is just a huge shield, and against certain decks, the fact that you can drop like this thing's usually like a no pass, but this thing's excellent. Then I'm playing one Root Flare. I don't use this card very often, or Defeat Flare. Why did I say Root Flare? I don't use this card often, but in certain situations, this card is like the perfect card, so that's why he's there. And then last, the obvious, playing 2 Denial Griffins, because he's amazing, one of the best G guards in the game. So yeah, that covers the deck profile. This is still early on in my deck builds. I might change it a little bit. I can't see this deck changing much. Maybe I will decide like the cross the end legend and switch the legend for that, but I don't know. Thank you guys for watching.